Well, I've been wanting to make this video for a few days now and apologize. I'm a little bit sweaty and stuff. Just came back from a little jog and I just didn't want to waste any more time. So I decided to just go ahead and do this. Um, the other day, I got into an argument with my oldest son. He's 14. And I was talking to him about something. And you know how it is. He's a teenager and I'm the adult. I know better in my mind. In his mind, he's 14 and he knows everything. And we got into an argument. Ended up we weren't talking to each other. He was up in his room angry. I was down in the kitchen with my wife angry. And my wife told me, hey, you're the adult. Why don't you go up there, talk to him, and fix this? And I said, okay, you know what? You're right. I am the adult. And, things shouldn't be this way. I should be able to speak with my son. I mean, sometimes I just talk down to him. But, we should have a conversation. So my wife was right. So I went upstairs and I went into his room, tried to talk to him, and I wanted to explain why I do what I do, or why I say the things I say, or how I say them. So as I was sitting there, I thought to myself, I said, oh, well, how could I best express this? And I had an idea that popped into my head. So I told him, I said, listen, imagine you're downstairs in the kitchen and you see this beautiful piece of cake. It's got frosting, it's got all the good stuff, and you grab a spoon and you go grab a big spoonful of this cake and you put it in your mouth and you realize it's not cake, it's actually poop. So would you be happy eating a nice big piece of poop cake? And he said, no, he wouldn't be, which is what I expected. And then I asked him, I said, well, what happens if you see your friend walking towards the cake and he's a little bit far away? What would you do? I mean, obvious answer is let him eat the poop cake because it'd be funny. But I said, what if you didn't want your friend to eat the poop cake? He said he'd try to get his friend's attention and say, hey, dude, don't eat that. That's actually poop cake. You don't want that. I said, great. I said, now what if you didn't get a chance to see your friend walking to the cake? By the time you noticed it, he had that spoon right up to his mouth. What would you do? He said, well, run over there, yell, scream, get his attention or something, and maybe smack the spoon out of his hand. I said, great. I said, well, listen, in my life, I've eaten a lot of poop cake. I've had enough cake for him, his mom, his brother, for everybody. I've had loads and loads of poop cake. And all I want is for him not to eat the same poop cake that I've been eating. So I told him, I said, look, sometimes when I see you doing things, I try to talk to you, I try to get your attention, and it's only because I've already been down that road. I'm trying to let you know, hey, man, this is going to end up badly. You're going to end up with a big pile of poop in your mouth. But sometimes we're at a point where I can't be that nice and I come out a little bit more harsh and I'm a little bit harder on you. It's because I just don't have the time to explain everything, and I apologize. But that's why. It's in one scenario, I have the ability to talk to you and explain things thoroughly. And in another one, I'm just short on time and I got to get your attention right away. In both cases, my intent is the same, but the way I go across, or the way I go about doing it, is two different ways. And I apologize. I would love to be the nicer person all the time, but you know, my job as a dad is just to get the job done. Sometimes I have time, sometimes I don't. But I just don't want you to eat poop cake. So that's what I told him, and we got a laugh out of it. I think I got the point across, and will this prevent us from ever having problems again? Probably not. But injecting a little bit of humor, having a conversation, I think it helps. You know, they're teenagers. They want to be treated as adults. They're not adults, obviously, but you can have a conversation with them, right? It's not just do as I say because I said so. Nobody likes that. Doesn't matter if you're 14 or 40. Will I keep doing that? Again, probably yes, but I'm I'm aware that I do it now, and now I know how to maybe take a step back from time to time and have a better conversation, and it should end up with better results. Anyway, that's just a little thought about being a dad. Maybe it helps, maybe it doesn't. Hope you enjoyed it either way.